Buckle up, guys, because we're kicking things off on an Arkansas roadside where an officer spots a suspended license before the driver even knows what's coming. From the start, the driver's tone is confident. Too confident. The officer opens politely, but the driver immediately starts sidestepping questions. Within moments, he admits to having no valid license, practically gift-wrapping probable cause. This is one of those moments where the suspect is building the case against himself, one sentence at a time.
Hey, shut the door. Come back here. Come back here. What's going on? Hey, pulled you over. Take your hands out of your pockets. Okay. Pulled you over today. Okay. Because you have a suspended driver's license. I ran your tags. Okay. And I found that the registered owner was license and registered owner.
You say what?
Take your hands out of your pockets, please.
Okay. No.
I ran your tags.
Okay. I understand that, but don't put your hands on me.
Okay. Don't reach your hand. Okay. Come over here. Okay. Come over here. Come over here. Hey, just settle down. Yeah, we're allowed to. Why? You want me to explain to you
I know that you cannot do that.
You want me to explain to you why
you cannot do that, sir? Why do you need my keys? Why do you need my keys?
You're about to catch a criminal charge. Why? Because you're detained for a traffic offense and you're not allowed to leave. You're under arrest for driving on a suspended driver's license.
That's not a criminal offense.
It's a traffic offense.
It's a traffic offense, not a criminal offense. No, that's not a misdemeanor.
Okay. So just lean against this. Do it. We don't have to talk about
misdemeanor.
Okay. Well, quit.
I'm not tightening up.
Okay. You're about to find your way in a set of handcuffs. Okay. Just settle down.
Okay.
Just settle down.
Okay. Am I being detained?
Yes. You're under arrest.
What's your RAS?
What is RAS?
Reasonable suspicion of driving on suspended license, Charles.
That's illegal. You can't do that. Well, right now you're under arrest for driving on suspended driver's license. And I'm not going to have this silly argument anymore, okay?
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what this all is about.
Well, I've told you 15 times.
Okay, can I call my wife?
No, you cannot. I'm going to put this right on my seat, okay? Is there anything in your car that can get you in trouble? Any weapons? No, I'm towing your vehicle per departmental policy. No, you can't. Go back over there, please.
He's got to drive my car. He said he's going to drive my car back.
He cannot?
Why not?
Because per department policy, I have to tow your vehicle.
Why? I mean, y'all just towing my car?
Enter 605. Start me another unit over here, please. Yeah, I'll get you a supervisor.
Can I get a supervisor? I don't want to talk to a supervisor because I don't understand this.
The officer tries to keep things straightforward, explain the violation, address it, move on. But our guy can't resist playing legal philosopher. Instead of cooperating, he spins off into vague claims about rights and technicalities. The conversation shifts from routine stop to verbal chess, except only one player knows the rules. The officer's patience is holding, but the driver's defiance is already setting the stage for a much bigger problem.
6416, Colonel Glenn, DuQuoin Laundromat, your presence is being requested, sir.
That doesn't make you speak. Y'all just jump behind my car. Y'all jump behind my car.
So you have no reasonable expectation of privacy.
For no reason. Y'all had no, I wasn't speaking. I wasn't speaking. You know what that case is? That case is just only for your court to us. Throw me in handcuffs.
We've explained it to you about 15 times, Charles. Continue. So right now, per departmental policy, I'm inventory search and tow your car. He's not a felon. I don't know why he's tripping about that. He's a felon? Do y'all know him by chance? Okay. So I ran his license plate, which you have no reasonable expectation of privacy of your license plate. We don't have to have a reason to run your license plate. We found that the registered owner of this vehicle has a suspended driver's license. We saw him in the car, pulled him over, and he jumped out immediately and started arguing with us, talking about how he studied law, which, cool, I hope he did, that's great. But it's an unclassified misdemeanor in the state of Arkansas to drive on a suspended driver's license. That's why he was put in handcuffs. He was tensing up. So to avoid a fight, we went ahead and put him in handcuffs because that's where that was going.
He was being arrested.
Yes, for driving on suspended driver's license.
So you arrested him for a misdemeanor?
Yes. And then, so per my departmental policy.
Freedom is rights, though, we were arrested.
We're not holding.
Schindler. Okay. Let's just.
You guys. It doesn't matter. I paid them to do their job. I'm a taxpayer.
And we just got a gun from a convicted felon.
Okay.
Okay.
Now the tension starts building. The driver clings to the idea that a suspended license isn't criminal, as though repeating it will magically make it true. The officer carefully explains Arkansas law, but it's like explaining fire safety to someone holding a lit match in a hay barn. He's not listening. He's rehearsing arguments for an audience that doesn't exist. Meanwhile, the reality that he's in serious trouble isn't sinking in.
Just tell me he's under arrest. What? Just tell me he's under arrest for having a... Oh, I mentioned the guy. Hey, Mr. Terry.
Yeah.
Don't kick your feet out.
I'm not.
Hey, my supervisor's on the way.
Yeah, but y'all pulled me up for no reason.
Pulled you over because you're driving on spin license.
Y'all pulled me up for that's no reason. You can't do that, man.
Okay, well, right now you're under arrest for possession of firearm by certain persons because you're a convicted felon. There's a gun underneath your seat, and you're the only person in the car.
Okay, well, I'm not worried about that because that gun's registered my wife, so I'm not worried about it.
Guns aren't registered in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
You're incorrect.
That's her gun.
Hey, so let's just quit this back and forth, and let's just take it in court.
I'm not worried about it, man.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You seem pretty worried about it.
Yeah.
The guy in custody. So we stopped, we ran his tags, found the registered owner, and his suspended driver's license. Conducted a stop on that PC. As we're pulling in, we see his tag. And he immediately jumps out, locks the door. He's putting his hands in his pockets. I told him once, I can't take your hands out of your pockets. He does it again. Brandon grabs his arm, and we're going back and forth about how he's not under arrest and studied law for 10. He's being super ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Acting like he has something in the car. Going back and forth how he studied law for 10 years. Tell me that driving on spin is not a misdemeanor. It is. He keeps it open. Go ahead and cuff him. Tell him he's under arrest for driving on suspended driver's license. I then tell him I'm going to tow his vehicle per department policy. Tell him that per department policy and Supreme Court case law, I'm going to conduct a inventory search of the car. I didn't say Supreme Court case law to him, but both you and I know it. So I'm going to conduct an inventory search. Look inside. Look underneath the seat where valuable things such as firearms are usually kept. So do an inventory search and there's a gun, and he is a convicted felon. So he's under arrest for possession of firearm by certain persons. So he is in the backseat of the car. He has not been thoroughly searched yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Brandon, let's go ahead and get a real search on this guy.
You the sergeant? Yes, sir. Okay. What's your name, sir? I'm Charles Hunt. Charles Hunt? H-U-N-T? Hunt. Okay. Your officers, I know you see farther than them because we're going to the Supreme Court. I hope you know that. I told them I'm studying law for 10 years. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. There's no way these guys could have known that was me in the car. They had no RS. Okay?
Go ahead and take a seat from them.
Reasonable articulate suspicion. They had none because they didn't know who was in the car. My wife could have been in the car. For all they knew. So that's why I'm taking y'all to the Supreme Court. Okay. And I'm going to get $1 million for every day I sit in jail.
Okay, well, you just gained another charge. Attempt to influence. You just gained another charge. Attempt to influence law enforcement.
No, I'm not.
Congratulations.
No, I'm not.
Kansas versus Glover is the United States Supreme Court case that clarifies that a vehicle return. Say it again, sir.
No, it
has not. No, it has.
No, it is not.
Because we're going.
Okay. So what?
Well, we're not going to the U.S. Supreme Court because they're not going to rehear the case they just judged on in 2020.
So Mr. Glover,
I'll get a free flight out of it. I'll see you there.
Mr. Glover, are you aware which Supreme Court case says I'm allowed to conduct an inventory search of your vehicle? Because I'm pretty sure you just said overturn just to disagree with me. Because that's quite obviously not true.
Overturned.
By the time the officers mention towing the car, he's still lost in a fantasy debate about definitions. It's not just bad strategy, it's self-sabotage. The officers know the law is on their side, and now the conversation is less about if he's going to jail and more about when. This is where you can feel the shift. Politeness giving way to procedural certainty.
Okay. All right. So what is the what is the paramount pillar of Fourth Amendment involving law enforcement? What Supreme Court case?
I'm not going to discuss this with you.
Okay.
Well, I discussed that.
No.
I appreciate it.
That's fine. I was just trying to help you understand, that's all.
No, you can't help me understand.
Come over here, please.
You understand. Y'all still under codes.
What code?
Y'all are.
What code?
You know what code.
No, actually, that is a legitimate question. What code? Like criminal code? Is that what you're talking about?
That's color of law.
Well, yeah. Everything I've done today has been well within the color of law.
Color of law. It's not the color of law, not law. Then you know.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's not color of law. You know it's not law.
Where'd you study law?
Don't worry about all that, man.
Okay.
All that doesn't matter.
Google. That's where he started from.
Alright, guys, now we get the facts. The officer explains the stop step by step, a plate check, a suspended license, nothing mysterious. But instead of absorbing the logic, our driver dives straight into half-remembered Supreme Court cases. He throws legal phrases like darts in the dark, hoping one will stick. The problem: these officers have heard every variation of this speech before, and they aren't buying it.
The contract, you said. Sure, but it's required by law to have that driver's license. And yours has been suspended. Correct. Which is a misdemeanor offense in the state of Arkansas, which is why you were taken into custody. That's what I was trying to explain to you. We could have avoided all of that arguing back and forth if you would just, Yes. And then, for my departmental policy, if somebody is driving on a suspended driver's license, I have to tow their vehicle. I'm not allowed to let somebody come get it. I have to tow it. And per the United States Supreme Court case law, South Dakota versus Opperman, I can conduct an inventory search of your vehicle prior to towing it. While conducting an inventory search of your vehicle, discovered a firearm underneath your driver's seat. When we ran you an ACIC, when we checked to see if your license was valid, we saw that you were a convicted felon. And you're in possession of a firearm, which is a felony offense in the state of Arkansas. So just so you're aware of everything you're being charged with, possession of a firearm by certain persons. No, you do though. I'm a police officer.
I'm trying to figure out, like, you're trying to tell me, you're trying to speak legalese to me. I'm like, dude, that's not even registered because there's certain things you don't even understand.
His so-called case law is a patchwork of misquotes and misunderstandings. He's not building a defense. He's building a wall between himself and reality. The officers, staying calm, dismantle each point with plain language, showing how little his arguments match the law. You can almost hear the frustration in his voice as he realizes the officers aren't getting tangled in his web.
So you're being charged with possession of firearm by certain persons, attempt to influence a law enforcement officer, driving on a suspended license, and driving a vehicle with improper window tint. Because the front right passenger window on your vehicle tested to have 4% light level transmission. In the state of Arkansas, the windows to the left and right of the driver are required to have 25% or greater light transmission level. Also, upon checking you in ACIC, we discovered you had a failure to pay warrant at a Little Rock traffic court. So you're being charged with 1 count of failure to pay. And then you had 2 additional warrants at a Little Rock environmental court for failure to appear. Those warrants are LR21-422 and LR20-4168. So you're being charged with 2 counts of failure to appear out of Little Rock environmental court. Okay. Say it again, sir.
I had a cold down pat.
Yep. Expected to. It's my job. Well, tell me how I'm wrong since you're so smart. Tell me how I'm wrong. Yes, please. What did I do wrong? So I can, you study law for 10 years, so I can do it right the next time. Let me. Okay.
Y'all let me do it right now.
Can you tell me about Terry versus Ohio? What about Pennsylvania versus Mims?
Versus Murdoch?
Mims.
Versus Murdoch?
Yeah, what about Illinois versus Wardlow? What about Maryland versus Wilson? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking, well, you study law for 10 years.
You'll get there one day.
No, I'm saying.
So you study law for 10 years.
No, I'm saying. I thought you said Murdoch versus King.
I didn't. I said Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
What about Terry versus Ohio? You know that one?
Terry versus Ohio?
Yes, sir.
What does it say?
Well, I'm asking you. You study law for 10 years. You would know that.
What does it say?
I'm asking you.
Because you're the one telling us we don't know anything. So we're just trying to see if you got anything.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So where'd you study law? Where'd you study law?
You haven't been paying your This is you said Murdoch?
He is paying.
Well, that's one thing we do disagree with is taxes.
Y'all have a business card?
A business card? No, sir.
Nope.
Not a business.
City does not give us those. Got the codes on loud.
Yes, sir.
Every single day?
I expect you to. It's my job.
The plate just show up on hot sheet, so that one did. They're not supposed to, but I know there's the third or second one that we stopped, and it's on there, but it's their car, so I don't know.
Say it again, sir.
Everything is on the Admiralty and Maritime. Just remember that.
Maritime?
He's a sovereign citizen. He just doesn't know.
Where, like boats?
He's a sovereign citizen. He just doesn't know it's not. Okay. Where he wanted to be. One or the other.
There's such thing as a sovereign citizen.
Okay. You're more Nathan then?
So the reason he's saying that is because everything you were saying is consistent with what sovereign citizens say. That's all. Say it again.
That don't even make sense, man.
Nothing you have said in the past hour has made.
I'm trying to figure out my officer of the law trying to spit legalese at me.
I'm not spitting legalese. I'm spitting facts.
Why don't you practice? Why don't you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year?
In all seriousness, you should. If you do have a law degree, you
You're
should.
a little smart. Why
You
not?
really should. Go be a lawyer.
Be a lawyer?
Yeah.
You think I should be a lawyer?
Yeah. If you have a law degree, why not?
So why wouldn't you make the money off of it?
In all seriousness, like, all jokes aside, if you really do have a law degree, go be a lawyer. It's great money. It really is. I don't have I'm not cut out for law school. I probably wouldn't pass. I'm not that great at school. And I like being a police officer. I don't want to be a lawyer. Pretty good police officer, though. Yeah, I love being a police officer. It's what I've wanted to do since I was a child. You wouldn't have lawyers if you didn't have police officers. There's nothing to argue. I'd say I like being a police officer.
We don't really need police officers. We got sheriffs.
Oh.
You are a sovereign citizen. You still know.
You just confirmed it. You just confirmed it.
We don't really need them.
You need to write that down because you need to figure out what's up.
So what does a sheriff's deputy do that's different than what I do? They enforce criminal law. Why
don't we just hire more sheriffs?
What's the difference?
A
sheriff is elected. Okay. A mayor is elected. A mayor appoints a chief of police. Chief of police hires police officers. What is the difference between a sheriff? A sheriff is elected and appoints sheriff's deputies.
Hey, Bucky, you got any gold French flags with you?
By this point, the verbal fencing match is going nowhere. But then, the stakes suddenly skyrocket. An inventory search reveals a firearm. And here's the kicker. He's a convicted felon. That takes this from a traffic issue to a felony charge instantly. Most people would go silent. Not him.
But what I'm asking you is, what is the difference? What can a sheriff's deputy do that I can't do?
This is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
Yes, please do. Please, help me.
What does cop stand for?
It's a short term for copper, and the term is derived from when police officers used to wear copper badges.
Absolutely.
So what does cop stand for? Tell me.
Constable on patrol.
Okay.
That's a version that some people.
That's a version that some people say.
You can look in the Black's Law Dictionary. It says the same thing.
The what?
Black's Law Dictionary.
What is that?
The Law Dictionary. You ever read the Law Dictionary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I've read.
Charles, I need you to come to the realization that you are, in fact, a sovereign citizen. And just go ahead and embrace it.
No.
Because everything you've cited is
And if this
going down the list of I'm a sovereign citizen.
Charles, if any of this,
The missing is I didn't have to break the window to drag you out of the car.
and Charles, if any of this conversation is offending you, we can stop. But I'm actually quite enjoying it. So if it's bothering you, we'll stop.
Like, that's the only thing missing from sovereign citizen bingo.
Man, that don't bother me.
Don't call it.
What is a motor vehicle?
Something driven on the street by a motor, powered by a typically combustion engine. It gets you from point A to point B.
What's the auto trust account number?
I don't even know what that is, Charles.
Today, Charles?
Were you driving or traveling?
It's over.
You're traveling.
It's over with, man.
I'm feeling like we're getting to the travel part here.
Well, everything I do is framed in the Constitution of the United States.
Everything you did today was right.
Which part of it was?
Pulling me over.
Okay, how's that unconstitutional?
You had no reason. You had no RAS. You had
Yeah,
no articulate suspicion to pull my car.
I had reasonable suspicion to believe you were driving on a suspended driver's license.
Man. And if I go to the Supreme Court, they'll say the same thing.
Actually, they're going to say, look at all these different Supreme Court cases that prove you're wrong.
The one they justified on within the last few years.
Yeah, because people not going up there. Yeah, because you have to go up there and tell them that they can overturn it. It could be overturned.
You're going to go up.
It can't be overturned.
The Supreme Court
They can't be there too. They can be.
Okay, right.
And tell them to overturn it because you, Charles Hunt.
Oh God, man, why is he doing this?
So what I
Y'all
think,
get 6 months of police training and no law. Why are we talking about law?
you know what I think you're mad about? I think you're mad you got caught with a gun
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
that you're not allowed to have.
You're a felon.
Yeah.
I'm mad because my civil rights were trampled over.
Which one?
All of them.
Instead of clamming up, he starts talking about million-dollar payouts for each day in jail, promising to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. The officers calmly point out the obvious. His legal fantasies won't erase a felony possession charge. This isn't just overconfidence anymore, it's delusion on display.